What is going on, everybody? It has been a second. I've been busy. Then I had some family emergencies type of stuff. So thank you all for bearing with me. I am super excited about this content creator coming on, this gamer, actual gamer. And we're going to talk about that here in a second. But first, let me go over to chat. Shout out to Banana Killer and Foxy K9 for really helping bring this one together. Thank you all ladies so much. You know, it means so much to me. Justin, thank you for coming by. Crow, everybody needs a Crow resin in their life. Crow, thank you for being that person for me. Obi Rose, oh my gosh, my dog is barking right now, y'all. Like this, you were doing so well just a second ago, baby. All right, Obi, what's up? Cammy, y'all, Cammy, I just want to wish you and your family all the best in your recovery. We've been following on your thread, your community thread. If y'all did not know, Cammy went to the hospital with a stomach ache, ended up being an appendix, had surgery. So she was there. Thank you, Cammy. So appreciative for you to be back, Cammy. And we're right there, whatever you need. You know, we are a community and family first and foremost. Jinx, how's it going? Wit, thank you for stopping by. Stream Elements. I thought I got rid of you, Stream Elements, but you're still here. Andy, how are you? And I see everybody's talking. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. And Rouster, always at the gym on Thursday. That is your day. So, you all, this content creator in the title, TK9, probably one of the smartest content creators. I don't think he gets enough credit for not only his takes on gaming, but also just as an entertainer. Some of the funniest shorts you will see regarding gaming there is. So really excited to bring him on, just dig into who he is more than what we see on the show. So hopefully he can open up a little bit. But without further ado, I want to bring out TK9-SORRYK9OMG.
Yeah.
You are TK. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate you for having me as a guest, Purple. I'm sorry that last week some stuff came up or whatever, but I told Foxy, I said, look, this week I'm making sure I got everything cleared. Like I'm gonna make sure that, like I'm a guest on her show and nothing's gonna stop that. So
Oh my God! Well, thank you so much. And thank you, Foxy Kick. Foxy, I know you run it over there, like everything. So thank you for allowing him to come on, and we'll not keep him too long. Um, all right, so TK9, for the people who don't know you, and a lot of people in chat, they know you. You have a show. You're one of the bigger content creators in the community. Definitely one of the bigger personalities. People know you, across different console platforms. But for the people, how would you describe yourself as a content creator and as a gamer?
Honest, real, and entertaining. Like I think with YouTube there's a lot of people who they give you like a fake persona, or they want to like do what they feel like is best for, I guess, their channel to grow and stuff like that. Whereas for me, I really look at this more like a hobby. And I always said, if I'm doing this content, like if I'm doing YouTube, whatever I'm doing, if I can't be myself, I don't want to do it, like first and foremost. So I know the takes that I have, how I, like, even with how I talk and stuff like that, is me. And there's a lot of people who they tell me like, oh, well, maybe you shouldn't say this, or maybe you should do this, or maybe you shouldn't do this. But I'm like, if I'm not being me, I don't even want to do it. Like, I don't even want to do it. So I would just say real, honest, and entertaining. Like,
No.
what you see is what you get. What you see
Yeah,
is what you get.
what you see is what you get. And y'all, TK is for real about being a real entertainer, being who he wants. He has the strikes on YouTube, on
Yeah.
on PlayStation. He has been, I like
Xbox.
all of them, all of them. That kid who just kept. They would pass attention and just start getting suspended. That is TK right now. He's like, no, I'm gonna be for real for me.
Yep.
The end of the school year is going to come one way or another, and I'm gonna.
Yep.
That is TK. He didn't. It is what it is.
It is
So
what it is.
you gotta love it for it. In TK. So we say TK9. You obviously have sorry K9 OMG.
Mhm.
What you've explained this before, but for the people who haven't seen your content or coming across or maybe have not seen the explanation of what that stands for, can you let them know?
Okay, so when I was competing in Mortal Kombat X competitively and stuff like that, a lot of people had their own like clans. And I end up coming up with TK9, which a lot of people like a lot of people in the community, they put that as my name. Like they like where really that was the like that's the clan, like that's the like that's the group, that's the community or whatever is TK9. That's why it's TK9 dash Sorry K9 OMG, because the Sorry K9 OMG is my actual name, and the TK9 is like, like it's the community or whatever, which is technically it stands for treacherous K9s. And that's why, like, so that's why we got the K9. That's why everything you see is like a wolf or something like that, like with the logo. So that's where
The Wolf
that
Pack.
came from. Yeah,
Is
yeah, yeah.
sorry K9 OMG. So it's like sorry dog OMG.
Right. Okay. So sorry, K9 OMG came from Halo 4. I was in this match in Halo 4, and it was this dude on the mic, and he was so pissed at like somebody. He was like, "You sorry, bitch! Oh my god! You sorry, bitch! Oh my god!" Right? And I was like, "Oh my god, bro!" I was like, "Yo." I need to do something with that, right? Like I like like I want to do something with that, but like in more of a more of a like a competitive way, right? So it was like you couldn't put bitch as your gamer tag, but K9 is, like the female dog or whatever. So I wrote with that. So it's sorry, K9 OMG or whatever. So that's
Okay. So you got blank. Got it. I
yeah,
see. I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
I got you. So okay, so you got it from that, and if y'all did not hear that, like, so y'all know, and we're gonna dive deeper into this in his gaming journey. But y'all know, I separate. A lot of people say they're serious gamers, and I told y'all about my friend Holly, who is like, unless you're competing, you're not a gamer in my eyes. Like, so K9 is competitive, and also she was a Street Fighter player.
Okay, okay, okay. Respect,
Yeah,
respect, respect.
she's from like China, so she was
And
like,
I don't know if you can see that, but got Chung Lee tatted. Got Chung Lee tatted
oh
right
my
there.
god,
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay. So we
yeah.
got Cammy. She's a big Street Fighter.
Okay. Shout out
eh,
Cammy. Shout out Cammy.
that's where her gamer tag comes from, is Street Fighter. So
Okay.
so all of our gaming journeys obviously begin somewhere, somehow, with a game, with an experience. Some of us were like tag teaming, with a sibling or a
Right, right.
cousin. Some of us just were given it as something to keep us busy. Uh, for you, where does gaming begin, TK?
I was in Soaps and Suds with my mom. And because we used to have to go to Soaps and Suds to do our laundry and stuff like that. And she used to always give me money to go to the little vending machine and stuff like that. So it was one day she gave me $1, and I was just for some reason this day I was just hearing the Street Fighter 2, and stuff like that. I was like, you know what? Let me put this money in the change machine. And I went over there to the corner, and they had Street Fighter, they had Pac-Man. It was a pinball machine, and it was a SNK machine. And I remember putting my first quarter into Street Fighter 2, and the first character that I picked was Chung Li. That's why I got her tatted on me or whatever. Like Chung Li is like, yeah. So That's literally what really got me into gaming. Like, that was the start of my gaming journey at a young age. And I'm playing Street Fighter 2. And I used to do this thing when I was playing at the arcade, I would jump up and down. Like I just couldn't control myself. Like I would just be jumping up and down or whatever. And when I was doing her little kicks, I was just like, yo, I need this, right? So my mom ended up getting me a Sega Genesis. She ended up getting me a Sega Genesis, and my first game, well, the Sega Genesis that she got me, it came with Sonic and Knuckles. It
Okay.
came with like the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge, and you could take like the Sonic and 3 and you could take the Sonic 3 game and put it in the Sonic and Knuckles like cartridge or whatever. But I told her, I said, Mom, I need Street Fighter. I need that Street Fighter. And she bought me Street Fighter. So technically, soaps and suds, Street Fighter. That's where that's where it
So
started.
so the Washateria
Hmm.
Street Fighter arcade. So you are originally an arcade gamer.
Oh yeah, yep. That's why out of the arcades,
Oh, look
I
at that!
I
This is
made
his
sure that I
gamer.
got that one right there. That's the Street Fighter arcade one. That's the Street Fighter arcade one.
Wow. So this is like. So this is legit. Can't
Yeah.
Cammy, get a tattoo that says Cammy.
Yeah.
Unless you joking, joking. That is legit. I did not know that. But to
Yeah.
Obi Rose's point, out of all the characters on Street Fighter, Chung Li would be the one young TK would gravitate
Oh yeah,
towards.
big facts, big facts, big facts.
I mean, no,
Love
it
ugly.
vernacular. It looks like that. If we have time, we might see some of the. Like, it seems like kind of a museum in there of gaming history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's and you know what I love about my gaming room? Like one thing that I don't do, I don't buy stuff just to buy stuff. Like I don't collect just to collect. Like this is me. Like when I come in here, like it's me. Like everything you see is like, yo, this is what I'm into. Like I can see something, like if I was to see something like Elden Ring, right? Like it, no hate towards Elden Ring, but I could go into a store right now and see like a limited collector's edition of like Elden Ring for like $10, right? And, people be like, yo, this is a steal right here. I wouldn't even get it. Like, bro, I don't care about that. Like, like I don't care about that. So,
So
so
it's
yeah.
stuff that means something to you. You're not
Yeah.
just a collector to collect. It has
Yeah,
to
no.
have some
It
type
has
of
to have some type of meaning, some type of value for like to me.
right.
So
It's since you are a gamer, a gamer's gamer. Like I always say, there's three people who I think you know minute for minute has like probably the highest proportion of their life gaming. It's you, someone in the cloud community named Squids, and another person named Maker of Chaos. Like between y'all three, I think y'all played every single game there is known to gamers. Uh, it's so for Sega. Is there a game? Obviously, Street Fighter is your main game, right? Is
Right.
there a game in the Sega Genesis that you think doesn't get the respect it deserves?
Okay, yeah, and so okay, are we talking about from their actual first party or just like a game that's associated with Sega? So like because like the games that's coming to mind for me from my experience would be Jet Set Radio. Like which I mean I think Jet Set Radio do get kind of attention or whatever. I think people do talk about Jet Set Radio a little bit. But also I'm trying to think from the Sega lineup. It's a Resident Evil game. Resident Evil Code Veronica, which originally started on the Sega Dreamcast. I do feel like that's a underrated game right there. Like,
Okay,
but now it's been ported to other stuff.
other stuff.
Yeah, but I still think that that's an underrated gem that was actually on like the Sega Dreamcast or whatever. But I think Sonic, Sonic does his, Sonic gets the recognition. Comic Zone is another good one. And it was this fighting game called Eternal Champions. That was on the Sega
Eternal
Genesis.
Champion. Let me see
Eternal
this.
Champions. Yes. Yes. That was it was more of like a dark fighting game, kind of like a Mortal Kombat type game. And that was on the Sega Genesis.
Nice. And so, were you always? And we can get into this later. Were you always a fighting game type? Is that your genre? Has that always been it,
That's
or were
always
you?
been my yeah, because pretty much that's the genre I got introduced like into gaming with, like with the Street Fighter. So it was always something about fighting games that, I just gravitate towards. And I just love, I feel like there's no games like fighting games, right? Because fighting games it it's it's just the only genre that's it's hard to get into because it teaches discipline, it teaches patience, and it's a constant puzzle, right? Because when you're going against somebody, they're constantly changing, they're constantly adapting. So it's like you got to figure out that person in order to beat them, right? It's not like a single player game where like it could be a glitch or something that it's like, oh, I can beat this boss now if I just stand right here or just constantly jump up in the air and it's going to kind of like glitch him out or whatever. If you're going against an actual person, their brain should be adapting to what you're doing. So it should be making them change up like what they're doing and vice versa. So y'all should both be adapting to each other and changing up your play style. So I just love fighting games. I love that.
No, I think when I like like fighting it. So there was like a time with Super Smash Brothers where I never competed, but I was really into it.
You
And then
was
you start
nice.
like, yeah,
You
you're
was
right.
nice. Yeah, don't be humble. Don't be
I'm not
humble. Don't be
because
modest.
there were people who were really good, but
But
I
you was
remember like
wrecking people.
you start getting into like fighting game theory,
Mhm.
right? Where it's more than just the move. It becomes like the timing of the moves. You like it starts like the way I kind of start to think of it was almost like it's like a paper rock scissors, constant paper rock scissors, like
Right,
one over the other over the
right,
other.
right,
But
right.
then you start having, depending on what type of match you're playing,
Mhm.
that's why they say not to switch characters or
The
whatever.
counter pick.
Be-
They try to
yeah,
counter pick you.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so I remember like getting really into it. But the thing I obviously the first one was really easy to kind of master. Everybody has kind of the same
Yeah,
combos, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know that. So I'm always amazed with the players who like just can pick that up across so many genre,
Yeah,
like so many
yeah,
games.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
It
so
it takes a lot. It takes a lot, and it's a lot of. I mean, it's one of those. It's one of those genres where it's just hard to just pick up and play because you have to put in a lot of time. You need to like
it's
you
a ton of
actually
time.
need to learn stuff. You have to learn frames. You need to learn like you. It's just a lot that goes into fighting games, and I think that's why the audience around it is like so niche because there's not a lot it's a lot of people who now they want instant gratification, so they want to pick up something and feel like that they're already accomplishing something rather than pick up something. You're not going to be the best when you first start at it. You're going to have to work towards that. You're going to have to put in the time. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to work on your execution because you can know it, but it's can you like can you actually do it like with the controller? And then on top of that, you need to learn how to control your nerves. Like, and that's one of the things that I learned when I actually was competing. My first major event was Evo, and I was
Wow. So you
nervous.
competed at Evo. You
Yeah, I
qualified.
competed.
You went like
Purple, and I was wrecking stuff. Purple, I was wrecking stuff. But
this
at
was Street
first,
Fighter or was
this was
this
Mortal Kombat. This was
Mortal
Mortal
Kombat?
Kombat.
Okay.
So, I used to always do local tournaments. Like local tournaments was nothing. I always win local tournaments down here. My first major tournament though was Evo, and that's like the Super Bowl for like
Yeah,
fighting
Evo's the
games, right?
biggest of
Yeah,
them.
Evo's Purple. When I tell you, I thought I was the man, right? Like I thought because when you're at home, you in your boxes or whatever, you slouch back, you playing the game or whatever, you in your own domain. So you talking trash, you doing all of that. But when I went to Evo and the cameras are in your face because for Evo they actually have like ESPN and stuff like that there because it's actually broadcasted or whatever. Um, Purple that my first match, Purple. Now, mind you, up until this point, I'm like, yeah, man,
You got
I'm that
undefeated. You
dude.
have like a
I'm that
streak.
dude, right? They was like, K9, you ready? I'm like, I'm ready, bro. I'm like, bro, this dude about to get his ass whooped, right? So there's like, all right, do the button check. I do the button check, and then Purple, this started happening, right? like I started felt like I had the dual sense controller in my hand, right? Like I was like, yo, what's going on right now? Like my nerves was getting to me. So it was like I was dropping combos at first, like, and this was like the first round. This was like the first round. Like I'm dropping combos, I'm shaking, and then like you're hearing the people in the background talking too because they have people who's there supporting them, and you have people who's there supporting you. So you're hearing them talking trash and stuff like that, and then eventually, like I just like I was able to control my nerves and I start wrecking people. I went back to being that
You
man at
got
the crib, like
relaxed. You got it. The whole thing slowed
I got
down
it,
for you.
yeah.
You started to see the frame per frame. You were like,
Facts, facts.
oh my gosh.
But yeah. First though, I'm telling you, I was like this.
Jeez. But still, just to get up to that
Right,
level
right,
and to
right.
go and compete at it, um, and then obviously I have to ask, and we'll get back to your gaming journey about different consoles. Who's the strongest player you've ever played against? Like, have you ever went up against like the top 10
Sonic
uh,
Fox.
Sonic
Sonic
Fox?
Fox. Sonic Fox. Sonic Fox is probably yo, that dude, man, he look, and I don't even necessarily like him. For the longest, I used to hate on Sonic Fox. Then over time, I just respected him. I was like, yo, that dude just nice, bro. Like he, like he nice. So
No,
when I
he's
went against him,
always
he he he
he's
he's special. He's special to the fighting game community. I would say that. Like he's definitely special. And there's no need to hate on like hate on I for what he does in the fighting game community, I would honestly say greatness. Like that's like what he does, that's like, yo, that's amazing how he can just go to different games like he do and not only compete at a high level, but win. So I gotta give Sonic Fox that like that credit.
and so you've competed like numerous times or just like one time or like
Oh,
how's
like twice,
twice?
like twice.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
No, that's legit though. Like I said,
yeah.
like Holly, I don't know if you heard the story, but my friend Holly, she's like a banker. If you see her on the street, you would not think this chick games. And so I was like, yeah, I have a channel, a lot of these serious gamers and stuff. And she's like, oh, y'all compete? And I was like, no, no, not really. We
Just
just
gaming,
want to
just
get
gaming.
together.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Oh,
right,
she's like,
right.
oh, well, think you're not serious. And she got a serious face on her. Like she like years and years of like competitive like
Right.
fight like street fight like she's like, oh, y'all are all casuals in my opinion. And so I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's like
But you know what? Like, because I kind of have a mindset like that, but I do also think that it's more to the thing about like being a hardcore gamer and stuff like that. Because I don't want to be like that person who try to like gatekeep certain things. I feel like you need to have a certain aspect in competitive gaming, but you also need to play other stuff too. You can't say that you like a hardcore gamer just because you're competing in one game and that's the like it's like that's the only game you play because your gaming knowledge is still lackluster. Like you know that game, but when it comes to so many other genres and stuff like that, or so many other different franchises, you probably like really don't know that much or whatever. So I do definitely think you do need to have that
something.
competitive DNA, though. I definitely think you need to have that competitive DNA.
No. And I want to shout out a few people who came and streamed since my first one. We got Harold in here. Welcome, Harold. I saw Sanchez earlier. Welcome, Sanchez. David Wilson, all the way from the UK. Thanks for staying up with us. Jinx, all right, got you there. Chariot Man, thank you for coming through. We got to think. ISO said he nearly beat you in a in
ISO
a.
lying his ass off. ISO still mad that I ran him into a tree when we was playing Forza. ISO know he got his ass whooped though when we played on fighters.
Yeah, maybe it was in VR or something. We
Yeah,
gotta get the
it
tape
was
on
in
that
his
one.
dreams. It was in his dreams. So he was cloud. It was that cloud game and stuff. His head was in the cloud somewhere when he thought that happened.
Oh, and we got Ronin Storm as well. He is no more babysitting. He is a free man. Was
Shout out
this
my
your
boy
baby?
Cal.
Was this
Shout
your
out my
baby?
boy Cal. Shout out my boy Cal.
Was this your baby, Ronin Storm? No, stop right there. Look at this little puppy over here. He wants to let me know he's doing his thing right now. I gave him a bone. All right, Remy, we gonna need you to be quiet, okay? Okay,
Oh,
okay.
and to answer Obi Rose's question, he said, "Do I play on a pad or a fight stick?" So it's dependent. It's dependent on the game. If it's like older games from back in the day, like your Street Fighter Third Strike on down, it's fight stick. But any of these modern gamers, like a modern games, is a D pad. So yeah, I don't do the fight stick with the modern games.
She does it. Okay, so it's all keep it. It's all that. Y'all can't hear my. Y'all hear my dog?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We had little man. We had little man, a little girl.
Give me. I gotta do something.
All right, I'll hold it down. I'll hold it down. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Let me while purple doing that, y'all. This the TK9 shades of red and black. So let's see what we got going on right now, man. We heard you had a fun party, Banana Killer. Banana Killer always having fun parties. Banana Killer said, "I'm drinking a smoothie and watching this. About to hook my PS5 back up to play Hard Wars. Probably at least till I go to bed. Don't blame me. Don't blame you, Banana Killer." One last question. Who is your Tekken main, TK? Bruh, that's crazy, right? Because normally I pick female characters. And Tekken is actually Brian Fury. It's actually Brian Fury. That's one of the few games where I have a male, like I actually have a male main character. Brian Fury, bruh. Yo, what's good, Lion, bruh?
Thank you, TK. I never did that before. Sorry. We gonna have to. He's still not. You know.
Right,
He's a
right,
little
right.
puppy. 3 weeks old. He's 3 weeks old. He just got neutered, so he got a reason
Oh,
to get
oh,
upset.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I know. He
He
have a
he
reason.
low key mad at you right now. He mad at you.
He had his call. He letting me know. I still
Yeah.
got some fight with this bark. That's
How
what he's
could
letting
you
me know
do
right
this
now.
to me? How could you do this to me?
That's what happened. He's a shelter dog, y'all. So they wouldn't let me
Oh,
pick him unless. But
oh
he still
God.
be trying to do that stuff with your leg where he tries to hump it. So I
Oh,
don't know what the kind of surgery they did on him. But
they missed something. They missed something.
this one still, you know, he still got it in him, and I'm proud for you. I'm
Yeah,
proud for you. I
yeah,
let you
yeah.
fight me.
There
But
you go.
so we talked about Sega. Were
Right,
you always? Did you ever do Nintendo? Because around this time, right, Super Nintendo.
right, right.
Uh,
I always so okay. So my first Nintendo console that I owned, and I'm just speaking on the consoles. I've had every Nintendo handheld. There has not been one Nintendo handheld that I haven't had, right? But as far as Nintendo consoles, the first Nintendo console that I owned was actually the Wii. But
okay.
but I gamed on every like Nintendo platform. Like my sister, she had the NES. So I would play games like they had this Friday the 13th game that used to scare the shit out of me, purple. Like
On
Jason.
NES?
Yeah, yo, bro, yo, Jason would just zoom past you in like a damn purple suit, yo. And like like it was like the music. It was like dinner, 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 dinner. But you would be like in a cave or whatever. Like, yo, it was a scary ass game, and I was young as hell, so it
Oh
was
my
like it
god,
was
let me see what
definitely a
this
scary
was.
game. Yeah, yeah, like yo, I'm telling you that NES Friday the 13th, yo, that joke, bro. That game used to give me nightmares, yo. But yeah, so she had the NES. My babysitter, she had the Super Nintendo. So that's when I actually discovered Metroid. Was when I used to go over my babysitter house, and I was like, oh, because I used to talk trash about Nintendo, right? And then I started, appreciating Princess Peach, and I started appreciating.
Like the
you know, I was like, dang, Nintendo got some of the, they got the shorties, they got the shorties on. So I started to
Oh my
appreciate
god.
Nintendo a lot more, So but yeah, it wasn't until the Wii, and like my lifelong friend AK, he had like all of the Nintendo platforms. So by this time, anytime I wanted to play like the N64, the GameCube, like it's like I went over his house. I was the Sega person, AK was the Nintendo person, and my boy Blackie, he was the PlayStation guy. So around that time, we would go to each other houses whenever we wanted to, like try out the other systems or play the games that those systems had to offer. And when Xbox came out, oh my God, Purple, I fell in love. fell in
You
love with
fell in
Xbox.
love with Xbox. What? With Master Chief?
Look, I saw.
You
Look, I
know what? What have you saw Master Chief? You saw a dude in
nah,
uniform and
nah, hell no, Purple. I'll tell you what I saw. I'll tell you what I saw, Purple. Hold up. I'll tell you what I saw. It ain't had nothing to do with Master Chief and Purple. I saw Dead or Alive. I saw Dead or Alive, Purple. I saw them girls.
Oh my god, yo, this man is crazy.
I said, oh my God, I need this console, right?
And that's what
And
that
then,
did it.
yeah, that did it. And then Master Chief, the Halo and stuff. It came later. But
Okay. That's the official. That's the official story, y'all.
no,
That's the
that's
official
the
story.
and The Rock. I was a big. I'm still a big wrestling fan, and The Rock was low key promoting Xbox too. So I needed that. So yeah. But
So you wait.
I always loved it. I always did like Nintendo though. I did like Nintendo though. It's just it wasn't my main platform. Like honestly, it wasn't my main platform until recently.
We're gonna get into that,
All
y'all. This is a journeyman. We're gonna get into that.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so Xbox. So Xbox comes out. It's around the same time as PlayStation 2.
Hmm.
Um, and so but back then it really wasn't what it wasn't the console wars that would precede maybe 5 to 10 years later. When Xbox first came out.
The
So
Yeah,
or
because
was it always? Once it came
the
out, you were
console
like,
wars was different back then because back then everybody still appreciated all of the other consoles, right? It was just you wanted to you I mean you did want to show off the games. Like it's like, yo, we got this, we got Master Chief over here shooting people. We got, like these females. Everything on Xbox was uncensored too around that time. Like Xbox wasn't doing no censorship or nothing. So Xbox was just like the console to have. But today the console wars is kind of corny. Because most
oh, he's one of those. Back in
look,
my day,
back in
let's
my
do
day,
this. He's about to do this, y'all. Here we go.
back in my day, we'll go to the person's house and be like, yo, not only is my console better, but I'm about to beat you on your own platform. Now, it's not like that now. It's like people they just do this all day and they pay attention to stuff going on in like the court and like all this. It's like, bro, you're not even gaming, bro. You talking about stuff that eh, I had no idea what was going on like behind the scenes with these consoles back then. Nor do I, nor did I care. But I'm pretty sure like it was still stuff going on behind the scenes back then. It wasn't put out there into the media and stuff like that. So like nobody cared. We just cared about gaming. So yeah, back in my day,
Back in
console
my
wars was different. The console wars was different.
in Bleep Flow Fluh, he said also his 13-year-old self loved Dead or Alive volleyball
He
is what.
know it. Bruh, respect, bruh. I got that. I got that too. I got the extreme beach volleyball. Look, hey, respect him. I respect him.
Oh my you just being honest, here. So you get on Xbox. And so, same question we asked you about Sega. Is there a hidden gem on the Xbox One that you on the original Xbox? I guess that's what they officially call it, the original X, because there is an Xbox One. So
Right,
the
right,
original
right.
Xbox, is there one there that you don't think gets enough respect?
Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. What my man said. Listen, you gotta look past all of the great physics the great jiggle physics that game has.
The
And
jiggle physics.
if you can listen, if you can look past that, which you shouldn't want to, but if you can look past that, it is a great volleyball game. It's a great volleyball game there. It is a great volleyball game. Nice
It's funny when
soundtrack,
you
nice
learn so
graphics.
much sports volleyball through this game. He's like, yo, it is really solid.
It's a solid game. I'm telling you. Hey,
All right, tell
listen.
us why it's a solid game. And
I'd never been into volleyball until I played that game. That's what made me a
oh
volleyball
my
fan. I'm
god.
telling you, yo, Purple, that game don't get enough. It don't get enough respect. And look, it's still going on to this day. And just so you know, look, I still support it to this day. I got it on PlayStation, and this is part 3. So listen, it's a great
He
volleyball
stayed
game.
in love.
Listen,
It has
I
a great storyline. The
bro,
narrative, it's gripped him.
it's
Just,
it's like
oh my
120
gosh,
frames per second. The jiggle physics is
the
amazing. The
jiggle
graphics,
physics.
like,
I don't even think there's a jiggle physics. He knows all about the E = MC² for the jiggle.
yeah,
That's a
I'm telling you, listen,
oh
it's a
my
nice
god.
soundtrack. It's a nice soundtrack. Purple. It's a nice soundtrack.
Uh,
Definitely a
well,
hidden gem.
yes. All right. Well, there we go, y'all. That is the hidden gem on the Xbox.
Hmm.
Is Dead or Alive
Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Extreme Beach Volleyball. If you want to learn about volleyball, you heard it here. Go give it a shot.
Hmm.
Um, Foxy, is this him every day? Is this him every day, Foxy? Oh,
Yep. Love my baby though. Love my baby.
yes, yes. If y'all did not know, Foxy is Kate. That's the wife in K9's life, and
Hmm.
so one thing that we talk about on this channel a lot of is family. A lot of everybody's older gamer. We families, children. Um, is your family a gaming family? Because you also have a
Yeah.
daughter,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and she's a gamer. She loves Dead by Daylight. She loves the Connect, which is part of the reason why I'm so mad that Xbox don't even support the Connect no more. So when she come over, we still play like Dance Central and stuff like that with the Connect because she loves that game. And I had just got her the Oculus Rift, or Oculus Quest, whatever it's called. The like $400 little VR headset or whatever whatever that's called. I got her that, and the first game she downloaded was Dance Central because they have a Dance Central game up there, whatever. And, so yeah, she's big into gaming. She's big into gaming, but her main game is DVD, Fortnite, NBA 2K for some reason. But
2K.
man, look, listen. I buy 2K every year, but it's only for her. It's only she like she loves playing NBA 2K, and She's a big fan now of Little Nightmares. She loves Little Nightmares one
Yes,
and two.
y'all know I love Little Nightmares.
That
I love you
underrated.
mentioned this a couple of weeks ago or on one of your shows recently how Little Nightmares is like short enough but long enough where you will go back to
Go
it
back
to
and play
play
it.
it
Yes,
again, and maybe try to do it faster. Little
right.
Nightmares reminds me of those games. Like once you beat it, you
You
kind of
just
want to
go
do it
back. You
faster. Or
just
you
go
just want
back.
to go
Yeah.
back.
You want to speed run it. You want to, like beat it quicker than your last time. Like maybe do a run when you don't die.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I love games like that because I don't feel like it's wasting my time and I'm actually wanting to go back instead of being forced to have to finish the game now because I done put so many hours into it and now I'm just grinding through it just to get to the end credits. It's a game that I've already beat that I actually want to go back and replay or whatever. And I think the developers do a better job with their games when it's like that than the other way around. I hate when I'm playing a game and I get to the point where I'm like, yo, I'm ready for this thing to end. Like I'm ready for this
yeah.
thing to end. Yeah. So yeah, so definitely. Definitely.
So, question to you, because obviously you played the second one, you played the
Hmm.
DLC to the first one.
Right.
Which is your favorite between those three? So you have the first one, you have the second one, or you have the DLC to the first one where you're the
Mm.
kid, and then you have the third one where you're Mono. Which one, in your opinion?
Okay. I tell you this. I Six is my favorite character out of that.
Ooh,
So
that's
yeah,
controversial. We're not going to don't
look,
spoil
look,
it.
look.
Don't spoil it. That's controversial. That's a
Yeah,
controversial
yeah,
statement.
it's controversial, but I had to say that because I love everything they did with the second one, right? Even though Six wasn't playable, I love the second one, and the controversial part that we can't speak on. Purple, maybe she had her reasons. That's all
Oh
I'm
my!
saying. Look, like that's all I'm saying.
Oh my
Look,
God! We're not gonna ruin it
look,
for you.
look, we ain't gonna ruin it for you. I'm just saying. I was like, at first I was like, but then I was like, I mean,
I
Maybe
mean,
she had her reasons.
I saw that game. And I'm not gonna lie, both of them,
Hmm.
right? Both the add-on as well as the second one. Cause right,
Yeah.
she kind of doesn't,
Oh
right?
yeah, 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 yeah. You talking
Yeah,
about to the little no? You talking about to the little no? Yeah,
I
that
was like, man, what are they
purple,
trying to?
purple.
They
A
trying to
girl
make
gotta
purple a
eat.
red pill.
A girl gotta eat
They're
purple.
trying to make purple a red pill. I'm sorry.
Purple, purple. A girl gotta eat though. You already know. Look, hey, you don't mess with a woman and they food. You already know that. You know she was hungry. Purple. She was
Oh no, that is I stream Little Nightmares. I think I
right,
streamed all of
right.
them. I love the game. I have the vinyl, even though
Amazing game. It's an amazing franchise that I'm yo, if y'all haven't played Lord Nightmares, I'm telling y'all, your one and two is amazing titles, yo. Like definitely play that.
yeah. No, I definitely and it's on all platforms. So
Hmm.
if it's on Switch too. So if you want to go
Yep.
play it on Switch, play it on Xbox, play it on PC, play it wherever you want to play.
Facts.
And it's a great one. So no, yeah, I remember you saying that. I'm like, oh, that's one of my favorite. That's
Hmm.
definitely one of my
Hmm.
favorites that I discovered. So, um,
You know, it's a game that's coming out that's gonna be similar to that. It's called
Bramble.
like Bramble.
Yeah.
Purple, you here with me, Purple? Yo, let's go. Okay, okay.
It's
Hey,
coming out
look.
in 2.5 weeks.
Hey, don't nobody need to question Purple Gaming, goddamn it. Like nobody better not question Purple Gaming, bro. That's respect
Nah,
right
my
there. Look,
audience knows. I've been
yo.
talking about Bramble, the Mountain King.
Hmm.
That one,
Yo,
that's
yeah.
up there as
Day
like,
one. Day one. Day
yeah.
one. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna stream it that weekend,
Okay.
just
Okay.
because And so we'll see. They did the demo. Hopefully, I like stories, so that one's got a little bit more folklore into it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Little Nightmares, just the music and the art does. So I'm looking forward to it for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
Definitely.
Um, so we talk about Xbox One. We talk about Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball.
Yeah,
Uh, you
amazing
know,
volleyball game. Best
I
volleyball game ever made. That's right.
can't even. I can't
Look,
even
look.
look, yeah, yeah. And Banana Killer, what Fortnite thing? Well, Banana Killer, let me know what Fortnite. We will ask it. We will talk about it. So what about Xbox Three? Xbox 360. Did you go straight to that, or were
Oh
you
yeah.
always Xbox
Oh,
at this?
oh no, at this point won't nothing breaking me from Xbox. Like because one of the things that I appreciated with the first Xbox was the fact that one, it actually saved your it actually saved your data on to the hard drive, which
Yeah.
that was shocking for me because having a PS2, like I was in that position where, you'll go to a store and your mom like my mom, she'll be like, do you want a game or do you want a memory card, right? And I used to always be like, "Psh, I want the game, right? Like I want the game." And like where Xbox had it so you can actually save the data, I appreciated that. I appreciated it because I was like, okay, I don't gotta run out and get no memory card. But then also they had this feature where you could take the CD, like a regular CD. So purple, I don't know, you was listening to like Backstreet Boys or something at that time, right? You could take the CD.
I wouldn't even
Look, I'm
talk. I
just
was
saying,
being dealing
look,
with my
look,
second marriage with
look,
Backstreet Boys right there. Come on now.
but look, you can
You
take
know?
that and you can put it in your Xbox. You can burn it to your Xbox, and while you playing Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, you can listen to Backstreet Boys if you wanted to.
That's what you were listening to
Oh
with
no,
Master Chief.
hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no, 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 no,
Yeah, you were really descriptive with that
no.
one,
Oh
TK.
no, 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 no. If anything, like what was I listening to back? So okay, so I had to have it match the scenery or whatever. So I have stuff like like back then it'd be like like Christina Milian, Ja Rule stuff.
Christina Milian.
Christina Milian, yeah.
What happened to Christina?
Yeah. I don't know what she doing
Was
right
she
now,
in
but
that
back
movie?
then
Was
she
she in
was
that
she was
movie?
all over my wall. She was all over my wall back then.
What happened to it? Like, talk about names, but I've not heard
Look,
in a second.
I was blasted like look, I playing Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, listening to AM to PM and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, I was blasting Christina Milian back then. Oh, but oh no, but it was just a cool feature, right? Like you had your DMX stuff. You know,
DMX, rest in
DMX,
peace.
yes, man,
Oh,
RIP, man. Yeah, like I have my DMX stuff. You had Nelly back then and stuff like that, Ludacris. Like, it was just a cool feature to have, man. It
so
was
throw out Cisco here in a second.
Hey,
Yeah.
we ain't gonna sleep on the thong song, man. We ain't gonna. Hey, we had Cisco up there, Hayes. Yeah, we had Cisco up there.
I'm
That was
trying to
a
think.
perfect.
I'm trying
Look,
to.
that was a perfect song for Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
So there we go. So there we go.
hmm
So you stuck with the 360.
Right,
Did you
right.
ever get a red ring of death with the 360?
4 times.
4 times.
Purple. I was hard headed. I did not learn my purple. I even did this. So the last time though, what I did was I got over on GameStop. I got tired. I got over at GameStop. It was this thing that was online that was telling you if you wrap the towels around it and you turn on your Xbox, it'll like fry the chip and it'll have it work for like a little bit, right? Like, so what I did was I did that. Once I cut it on and saw it was working, I took my ass right to GameStop. I traded that thing in. And back then, GameStop would give you a lot. Trade-in credit back then at GameStop was pretty much like almost the same price of the console because they would have something going on where it's like, yo, you trade in your Xbox 360 as long as you're putting it towards like another Xbox, you would get like like you would get like $200 store credit or something like that. It was crazy back then. But after that, I got the Black Elite. They came out with a Elite console and it was all black. And after that, I never had a problem with the Red Ring of Death no more.
Red ring. So it doesn't just go with YouTube bands. It also goes with Xbox. Red rings. It started way back, y'all. He gonna keep
Yeah,
doing what he
yeah,
gonna keep doing, and
yeah.
then. So it's not just a YouTube thing.
But then again, so
Uh,
that's why you only get 17 cents now.
oh my god. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why. Well, there's a reason why GameStop was on bankruptcy. That's all we're gonna say.
Hey, look, hey. Hey, forget that. Hey, but I did buy. Look, I bought 4 Xboxes from him, so I think I deserved to do it that time, Hayes. I think I deserved
Hey,
it.
you're good.
I,
See, so here's the thing. Banana Killer has her Xbox 360 story where she called the police, and or she called Microsoft, and Microsoft tracked it down, right?
I know they ain't do all that for me. They ain't do all that for me.
They did. They did it for her. She called Microsoft. She talked to the manager, and they tracked it down. Got it
They
for
said
her.
they said send us a picture of how you look. She sent that picture. They said, all right, we got you, we got you, we got you. If I would have sent that picture, they would have been like, bro, you shit out of luck, bro. You shit out of luck. Buy another one.
Oh man, I'm just messing with you, Ash. Just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Oh, and then Cam. Okay. We. Oh shit. Oh, he
Oh, what
broke
she?
my headphone.
Oh, oh, he
Oh,
poking you. He poking you. He let you.
yeah,
He letting
yeah.
you know. He letting you know he still got it.
He still got it. He still got it. We gonna deal with this later. But right now I'm busy. I'm busy with K9, your cousin here. That's
Damn right. Damn right.
but he really did. He just turned that thing on. With that, so Cammy's another one who has she's a big Xbox fan as well.
Shout
Because of
out,
the
Cammy.
customer service, she always talks about the customer service and PlayStation.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
her,
yeah.
you know, big thing. So we go, Cammy. As y'all know, we are so happy for her to still be here. She had
Definitely.
emergency surgery this last weekend. So, Cammy, whatever you need, I'm gonna continue to say that. All right. So 360. Obviously, you had Xbox One. You had the Xbox, and so one thing, if y'all have not known this about K9. So we have people who come on as PC gamers. We have people who are like VR gamers. I saw Mr. Urban World in those. We have PlayStation gamers, Rudigs and Cowboy. We have a lot of cloud gamers. Rest in peace Stadia, Luna. I said rest in peace Luna. I'm not. It ain't. It's still
Come
here.
on now, it's still
It's still, it's
purple.
still here.
I never understood why you don't rep Luna. Hold up, man. Where that thing at? Look, I know I got my Luna controller somewhere
I
over
got it
here.
somewhere here too.
I got it somewhere.
It's up there. It's on the shelf.
It's perfect for the whole setup. Purple, I'm telling you, man, and they'll probably hit you with a contract like, yo, we're gonna give you this because
Oh
everything
my
you got,
gosh.
it works with it, purple.
It
The
no, it's good if you like the game on Luna. You
right.
are good.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what I say. I'm good. I
yeah,
played a
yeah.
whole game on Luna. I played a whole
Okay,
game. I
okay.
played what was it? Martha is Dead. I played the whole. I streamed the whole game
Good.
on Luna,
Purple,
and
you more
actually,
credible than a lot of these other dudes. I'm telling you, yo, respect. You play Martha is that respect,
I did.
respect.
I
Yeah,
did on stream. That
yeah.
it was a very,
Now,
it was a weird
now
game. Weird
was
game. That's
that
all I'm gonna say.
they didn't censor theirs, right? I know PlayStation censored theirs. Like when you got to the part, oh, dang, spoilers. Man, if y'all ain't playing, y'all ain't playing it.
But,
When you got to the part when you had to cut the baby, like, like
yeah,
cut the
yeah,
baby out. Okay,
we saw the baby. We saw the
PlayStation
face.
censored that.
No, we saw the baby. We saw scissors and
No,
stomach.
no, I'm saying PlayStation censored that. So that's crazy. Like even Luna let it rock. Even Luna let it rock. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, Luna. Look, don't get me wrong. Like in one of my other, I like a lot of puzzle games. All right, people know that Lamote. You probably haven't heard. Lamote's a puzzle game. I interviewed the devs.
Right.
Uh, they actually had a whole cutscene on for Lamote for Luna that wasn't even on the Nintendo or the
Oh,
Stadia
cool,
version of the
cool,
game. So
cool.
no, look, Luna is cool. I am not.
And I'm not even a cloud gamer. I'm one of those people, like, cause I'm still subscribed to Luna, even though I barely use it, right? Because even I'm a console gamer. That's where like that's me all day. I have no problem with progression, but I hate when they try to make that the vocal point. Like I hate when they're trying to make it as like the main way to play it. It should never be that. It should always be like a secondary option. And that's what I'm cool with cloud gaming being a secondary option instead of the main way to play.
No, I think a lot of people would agree with you. Phil Spencer has said that, despite what you might think. Yeah,
Bruh.
I know, y'all are
Bro,
going
yeah,
through
me and him
your
beefing, bro. Me and him
your,
beefing, man. I see him. It's on site. It's on site purpose.
you know, here we go, baby. And so, you know, but talk about that about you. Console is very about your identity, right? You
Yeah,
like physical, no digital. Like you
yeah.
like physical. Can you explain a little bit about your theory, or not your theory, but
But
your
like with
point of view?
physical, so
Yeah.
I feel like physical is very important to for ownership for one, and also physical is important to like I don't know like even like certain memories will get lost when physical isn't there. Like I love seeing I know how I was when I was a kid when my mom used to have like the little games and she used to like when I got so used to knowing how the wrapping paper would look if it was like an actual video game in there. She used to do like little stuff like get like a shoe box and put the games inside or whatever. And I wouldn't, I'd be like, hold up, where the hell is where's the game wrapper at? Right. And then I open up this little like shoe box. There's like some butter cookies or something like that. I'm like, mom, what the? Thank you, mom. Right. And then when you take the shoes out, you see the game or something. Like you take away that, right? Because I even saw when Cowboy recently he got his granddaughter like Sonic Frontiers or something, and he showed a picture of her, and she looked so happy holding up that little case, right? So that one, I think you lose that, but also ownership. What people don't realize is a lot of these games that they buy now, when you have the game, you have ownership. Like you for most games, you have ownership to that game. When you start up a game and it gives you that terms of agreement and stuff like that, if it's digital, you do not own that game, and they let you know that in those terms of agreement, right? Like they're like let you know like you're renting this game. So once they update it and stuff like that, you can never go back to that previous version, and also you lose your ownership. Like right now they're about to pull this game Multiverses, that was a free to play game. Now they
Right.
said that they're pulling it and then they're going to like like relaunch it in 2024. But everybody who spent money on that game and stuff like that, there's nothing that they can do, and when they pull it, it's just going to be gone. Another game that happened like that with PC, it was oh my god, it was from the people who made Dead by Daylight. I think it was called what was that game called? I don't know. It was some game though, and it was
What's
like
it? But what's it like? What's the?
it was pretty much kind of like the same premise of DBD, except for you had a guy who was like, you pretty much had a shooter, like all of the killers were shooters, and then the people were actually
See what this is.
they was like runners or whatever. But that game had got pulled. It was damn, what was that game called? It was from the same people who made Dead by Daylight, though. I do know that, but they end up pulling that game, and everybody was pissed because the people who put in, like money for that game and stuff like that, it was just crazy. Like ownership is very important to me. Like I don't want to be in this digital world where one, I got to give you all of my personal information just to play a game, and then two, I never own anything. Like nah, they got me
So,
messed up.
so what do you say about the people who say, we go ask them dig, we're going to dig when the audience wants to dig a little bit? What about the people who say that the disc only gives you a subscription? I mean, a license.
Those people, they don't know what they're talking about because
Oh,
because you have games where that is the case, and most people like they would use those games to prove their point, but they don't talk about all of the other games. So if somebody say Call of Duty, yes, 100%, that disc is pointless. That is literally just a license to like boot the game up, and that's because the game isn't actually on the disc. But when you talk about like your Resident Evils, when you're talking about your Tomb Raiders, when you're talking about your Lord Nightmares, when you're talking about all of these other games, hell, even Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is all on the disc. When you're talking about those games, they're on the disc. Why do you think that when when Cyberpunk before Cyberpunk came out, the reason why some people was able to play the game before the game actually dropped was because they had the disc. This is there. If it was tied to the internet, then they wouldn't have been able to download it because it would have been like this game isn't available to download yet or whatever, like you're too early or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of games where the disc is actually like the game is actually on the disc. Those people, they just went by some narrative and everybody used Call of Duty and Battlefield and stuff like that. When you look at how many microtransactions are in those games, of course they're not on the disc. Of course the game's not on the disc. It's filled with microtransactions and all of that. But majority, I would say 90% of the games that come out are on the disc. But those it's 10% of those games that are very popular that people are so close-minded to that they think every disc game is like that, and that's the problem. That's what the problem is.
so we're going to, so, I bring this up, right? Because, y'all, since the first Xbox, Dead or Alive, Extreme Volleyball got him into Xbox. This is such a serious thing to him that he has he is no longer repping Xbox like that. TK,
No
do you want to
more.
explain this a little bit more on your part?
All right, boom. So first, it started with Project Eve Purple.
Project
It,
Eve. Okay.
Phil was supposed to have Project Eve come to Xbox, and then that didn't happen, right? And I was like, all right, cool, right? Like I'm mad, but all right, cool. Then I started to notice that there was a lot of games that was coming to Xbox, but only in a digital form, where they was coming to PlayStation and Nintendo in their physical forms. Um, when I started to notice that, I was still like, all right, cool. Like like let me see what Xbox is going, like let me see what Xbox is going to do because they did sign a contract with Limited Run, who actually produce physical games. They take a lot of indie games and they make physical versions of them or whatever. Now, Play Asia is pretty much they don't do nothing Xbox no more. Play Asia also do a lot of physical games that people don't, like might not know about, a lot of niche titles and stuff like that. But Play Asia makes those games, but Xbox is non-existent to them, right? Like it's like like the only Xbox game that's up there on Play Asia is like a 360 game or whatever, right? So Play Asia don't even really deal with Xbox like that. But that Game Award. It was this Game Award show where they had nothing to show, and they was promoting Ninja. Ninja was promoting Xbox by playing on a Samsung TV,
That
cloud
was this
gaming.
last one. That's this last
That was
summer.
this last, yeah. So they literally paid Ninja. Where if you're an Xbox dude, you already don't like Ninja because they paid Ninja all of that money for Mixer, and we
Right.
end up losing
Shout
Mixer.
out to Ninja for not even. I think they paid Ninja for Stadia too. That
Bruh,
dude.
bruh.
Shout out to
Hey,
Ninja for making bank.
I'm telling, so I see Ninja on the screen anyway, man, and I'm like, yo, not this clown again. And he was like, you want to know how I play Xbox? It's without even having an Xbox, and I'm like, bruh, you Xbox has to have the dumbest marketing team. Like I would never have a product, right? And I cancel out. I try to promote my product by canceling out my product. Like that is dumb. It's like if I'm gonna have a lineup, it's like you don't never see Apple, or like you would never see Apple tell you that you don't need the iPad if you have an iPhone, or you don't need the you know the Apple Watch because you have it. Like you don't do that. So when I saw that, I was like, yo, Xbox is losing it, man. Then he had the nerve to do an interview where the girl had to cut him off, Purple, because he was talking about cloud gaming and PC gaming so much that the girl, she was like, Phil, chill out for a second. Like, what do the Xbox gamers have to look forward to? He was like, oh, damn, don't fucking Game Pass, I guess. Like, I'm like, oh no, hell no. Let me pack my bags. Let me sign this contract. Like, nope, I'm out. I was like, I'm out. I can't. I I can't do it because they're focusing more on everything but the console.
Right.
And that's not like you would never see. I still have yet to see PlayStation or Nintendo put more focus on other stuff, which PlayStation, they're doing their own thing, but they still have the console as their primary focus. And Nintendo just focused on that anyway. Nintendo just Nintendo live and die by their console. They look, Nintendo don't like PC gamers. They don't like none of that stuff. They like, yo, look, hey, Nintendo is Nintendo,
Yeah,
and I respect that.
Nintendo actually. My chat can tell you because they were watching me one time. Nintendo is so good that they have the chat bots. If you talk bad about Nintendo, they will kick you out. As ISO Motion Gaming found out, ISO came in, started talking about Nintendo. They put him
Yo,
on timeout for 10. It wasn't like a 30-second warning. It was like
right,
10 minutes.
right, right.
ISO got kicked out of the chat. So like
You can't, yo,
Nintendo really is like,
the Nintendo is different. They built different. Look, we went to go see the Mario movie yesterday, right? Purple. It
how
was
was it?
a
How was it?
Purple. I am not trying. I am not even trying to cap. I go to the movies every week, and the movie was damn near perfect. Damn near perfect. Uh, that got the loudest round of applause I've heard in a movie theater for like in a long time. I can't. I went to go see John Wick, and John Wick was an amazing movie, right? And people was like, all right, boom. When the Mario credits roll, I'm telling people was like, oh my god, they got it, they got it. I was like, they did it, they did it. I was like, they did, they got it, they got it. All right, yeah. So look, Nintendo, they just different, man. They on another level. They on
They on
another
it.
level.
Look, if y'all had listened to me, if y'all had listened to Purple 2 weeks ago, remember I told y'all go invest in Nintendo. You would have made 10% on your money. Letting you know, just letting you know.
Hey,
Nintendo,
Nintendo hit different, man. It hit
Nintendo's just a little
different.
different. So you are now at Nintendo. So you are not about like because obviously you're gonna still game on everything. You're gonna still get everything on it. And it's still but you're right. Nintendo they're I think they will always remain with something physical because
Yeah,
their mission is to bring a smile to the face of everyone we touch. That is
right.
literally in their mission. So they will always have some kind of physical at the heart of what they do. So go to Mario Land or whatever it's called.
Planning on going next year.
Mario, you're like
Yo,
I'm gonna go.
yo, and I'm taking pictures with Princess Peach.
Oh my gosh, here we are with that.
I'm about that blonde.
Oh my gosh. So, oh my, I'm playing with this dog with this sock. He just tore one of my best socks Oh God, no, y'all think I'm joking. Y'all think I'm joking. He just tore the
Oh
sock.
shit!
This is an expensive sock, y'all. This is. I thought I was like, yo, this one can hold up to his. He
Hey
really did
yo,
this.
that dog, yo, hey, shout out to the dog, man. Shout out
Dog
to
is
that
like,
dog, bro.
nah, you tear my balls, I'll tear your sock. That's what he did. So, but I try to do a little tug of war thing, and he
Right, right,
he, he won that one.
right.
Oh,
I got you. I got you.
that's oh man, that's a good pair of socks gone. But
Damn,
yeah,
damn.
that's oh
That
man.
joke suck when you see your like like a good pair of socks is it get that hole or something. You're like,
Nah,
damn,
that's
damn.
exactly what happened.
Yup,
I mean, these were like solid. You got a nice little design. Oh,
man.
it's all right. It's all right. I love him. I love him.
God,
He was on death row there, and we rescued him. So
oh nah, that's good. See,
he did
Purple got a good heart. Purple got a good heart. That's what's up.
stuff.
That's what's
So
up.
TK, obviously you got your show. What is something that you think that you would like people to know about you that they don't know about you?
Something I want people to know about. Oh, I mean, what they should know. I'm big into comics. I'm big into I'm big into comics. Like comics is actually like it's up there with gaming for me. I'm a like Harley Quinn and Batman, man, some of my favorite characters. And I kind of treat comics like gaming also. It's a lot of comics that's more niche that a lot of people don't know about that are also like really good. It's not everything just Marvel and Marvel and DC. It's not like that with comics. So I think honestly throughout the year I spend more on comics than I do gaming. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So I'm actually reading a comic right now. Wit and Ambi know this one. I haven't made it. I've been busy with work. But
okay.
Kill or Be Killed.
No, I don't know that one. I
You
don't
don't
know
know
that
that one. It's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. I like it a lot.
one.
So far.
All
It's
right, all right.
it's not like a superhero one though.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right, right. And
it,
that's the thing about comics. They have so many different like different type of comics. Like they have like grim fairy tales. They normally do like more dark comics or whatever. Um
Grim Fairy Tales is really dark, y'all. If y'all thought
yeah.
like the Disney version of Snow White
Snow
was the
White,
real
yeah.
thing,
Yo, purple. Yo, we here, purple. Yo,
yo, you know about Snow White. You know about Snow
what?
White.
Yo, I got my grim fairy tale stuff too. What? Yo,
Oh
come
no,
on.
Grim Fairy Tales is like
Yo,
legit. Like that's
find
what I
out,
like
yeah.
stories, and I think stories is a unique way to. I think we've always used stories to tell lessons,
Right,
and every culture has fairy tales, and so in a way, I think video games is just an evolution of that. So of
right.
course I know Grim Fairy Tales.
Okay, okay. Yo, respect, respect, respect. I'll tell you another good one. Now, listen, look, y'all probably think I was joking with the dead or alive, and y'all probably think I'm joking with this one, but it's called Zombie Tramp. Do not sleep on Zombie Tramp. I'm telling you, yo, purple, you will like it.
Zombie Tramp.
Zombie Tramp. Zombie Tramp.
What
I'm
kind
telling
of game?
listen.
What comic is this? Zombie Tramp, y'all?
Zombie Tramp.
Everybody
I'm
looking this up.
telling
This sounds like
yo,
something.
look up zombie. I'm telling you, Zombie Tramp. Yo, that junk hit
Oh,
different.
this is another. Oh, this is another bleed flow fluh. This is another
Look,
simpleton for science. This is one of the zombie. Okay, this is
mhm.
what I would have thought with that name.
Look. But look, the story, like how she gets turned into it and stuff like that, it's a real edgy comic, but it's good. I'm telling you, it's good. It's really good. It's really in purple. Look, I told you, in Dead or Alive, you gotta look past the jiggle physics and you got you a real nice
Jingle physics. Got to
volleyball
look
game.
past that. You
In
got to
Zombie
look
Tramp,
past
you
that.
gotta look past those, you gotta look past that stuff too, and you got you a real nice comic there. I'm telling you.
Oh
Telling
my. Okay, so we may start. I'll just do this. Just I may read the first one.
you. Yeah,
You
just
know.
check out look, I'm telling you, you're not gonna regret it. You're not gonna regret it. Not gonna regret it. Start from the beginning. I'm telling you, start from the beginning to see how she got turned into it. And you can probably go. I think they got it like online. Like you can, like read the, the digital junk, or you could probably go on like YouTube and you probably got one of those people. This is the story of zombie tramp, and he's gonna like, he's gonna
Oh,
narrate it.
we can watch the YouTube. We'll watch the YouTube version.
Yeah, yeah.
My God. Lollipop. What is it? So is it chainsaw cheerleader chainsaw? What is it?
Lollipop Chainsaw, amazing. That's an amazing game right there. Lollipop Chainsaw. Look, hey, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Look, nice
Oh,
physics with that one too.
physics. This physics. This
Look,
physics.
and we got to remake the Lollipop Chainsaw that's supposed to be coming out this year, because that one was locked on 360 and PS3, and that's not backwards compatible with Xbox
So
or
this
PC.
is this a remake or a remaster?
Well, they're saying it's going to be more of a remaster. They did say that they was going to change a little bit, but I don't know if that's going to be dealing with the story or something. Because I mean, I hope that they don't change anything, but just improve the graphics or whatever. And really, they don't even need to improve the graphics. I would take legit just a port of the game, like just to be on what, like the newer consoles or whatever. But yeah, we're supposed to be getting that this year though. So,
No, no. So I'm assuming that's a remaster. You're gonna be okay with a
oh
remake.
yeah, 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 100%,
You know,
100%,
yeah, of course.
100%.
Just update. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, we need more games like that. We need more games like
We need
that.
a
Yeah,
remaster though. We don't
yeah.
need. What was the
Yeah,
one?
like yo, we need. I feel like they need to, like, I feel like with the 360 and the PS3 like generation, there's a lot of titles from there that they just want to like leave behind that was like amazing games. Like I still don't know why we don't get a Dante's Inferno 2. I think Dante's Inferno, the first one was amazing or whatever. Like I definitely think that should have got a sequel, but I don't think in this generation like that one is going to get a sequel. I definitely don't see that happening, but it should.
You never know. You never know who. I mean, I think what I'm looking forward to, coming up is there's a lot of IP out there,
Right.
right? That's really great IP, and I think because like movies did this too, right? Where they were like trying to do big budget films, and
Right,
they were
right, right.
plotting, and then they started. They kind of went too far now, where
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
they trying to remake things that probably shouldn't be
Chill
remade.
out. Chill out.
Like
Yeah.
that was really good. Like Children of the Corn. Like why you go to like
My
like why
my
you gonna
daughter
do that?
even was like, "Dad, I don't even think I want to see that." I was like, "Look,
I don't know. I
alright."
don't know. There's only a few. And this one was there's only Wit knows this one. There's only a few movie franchises that I'm kind of okay with them reopening because of how they did it. Mad Max, I think they did that one
Oh,
really
yeah,
decent.
Mad Max. Yeah, yeah, Mad Max.
The new one, I thought they
Yeah,
did that one pretty well.
they handled that one good.
But there ain't too many of them that I'm
Nah,
like, oh, that was a
normally
really great idea.
normally they redo a franchise just to mess it up. That's the problem. Yeah, that's most of the time. Yeah, like when I see like a franchise is being like, like buried. I mean, like redug up. Like I'm like, oh my god, what they about to mess up now? Like what? Like I would still to this day would never ever. I swear they better not ever make another Scarface. They better not ever touch
Oh, they gotta
Scarface.
just, another one that's solid. That's from that same time. Is I don't think it gets enough respect with Al Pacino, Carlitos Way.
Oh yeah, yeah, big facts, big facts, big facts, big
That's one, and
facts.
they kind of try to redo that like the second one. They a couple about 20 years ago now, but they try to they didn't redo it. They created a sequel, but when I think of like those, I'm not sure if they can ever. As long as he's alive, they just
Right,
probably need to go and move on. Um, but I say that just because I feel like there's a lot of games though that had good like it's like yeah, go make a sequel to that game.
right, right, right.
You
And they
know,
don't do it. And
they don't do it, and
don't do it.
I think there's going to be a time where they're going to be like, hey, instead of us trying to make the next Fortnite,
Yeah.
right, or
Oh
the
my god,
next
that game.
what?
Man, I like, and I it's like Fortnite. I'm not mad at what Fortnite is because Fortnite did that, right? Fortnite deserves to be where it's at because I guess it was original to what it was doing, right? But I hate the fact that every company now is trying to follow suit, and it's just I don't know, it's making gaming stale with a lot of I don't know, like I feel like a lot of these developers they could be doing different type of games, but they everybody is trying to capitalize on this like free to play Fortnite, and they're hoping that they're going to get like this hit. Like I mean, you look at multiverses right now. They could have did something completely different with that game. They could have still had an online mode. I feel like games now they need to not treat online like the main course, right? Like
Right.
online needs to be that like like oh, there's something extra you can do, right? It doesn't need to be like, yo, this online only experience for full price or whatever, because games was never really like that. Like even back in the day, I remember Siphon Filter. I had Siphon Filter on PlayStation. And me and my sister, we used to always play the multiplayer junk. Like after we beat the game or whatever, we used to always play like the little multiplayer thing. Even when I think about Fortnite, Fortnite started off as a actual like a actual single like it was a campaign game. It was Fortnite Build the World, and that game sold like shit. And they were just like, man, fuck it. I guess this a flop. Let's just like throw on this online thing. Like let's just make this online free to play. And it took off. It took you don't have to try to like put all of this money into a online focused game. Like just do it, do your single player or your regular campaign stuff, and then just have a tacked on online mode, and it might take off, it might not, but at least you didn't put too much into it. At least you ain't put too much into the online part.
Now this is why I actually like Nintendo. Yeah, and y'all know I always I gotta represent Nintendo, especially with Zelda coming out.
Oh yeah,
And
you a
Pikmin
Zelda
4
fan. You a
and
Zelda.
Pikmin 4 and Pikmin 4. Those are my two favorite
Hold up,
franchises on Nintendo.
hold up. What about Metroid Purple? I got it.
Oh,
Come on now.
I like
Okay, all right,
I like,
all
I
right.
like no, don't get me
Okay.
wrong. I'm just saying, yeah, I've been waiting for Pikmin 4 for a second, so I just
Yo,
gotta.
you and my boy Rune, it actually shocked me. When Nintendo did they last direct, like he was like, "Yo, all I want to see is Pikmin 4." I was like, "Pikmin 4?"
Yo, that's a game, like Pikmin 4. I don't think people don't realize
I'm like,
Pikmin's legit.
so you recommending Pikmin? I might
Now,
have to.
if you're a certain type of gamer, I'm not gonna say Pikmin's for everyone, right? Obviously, it came out on
I know it was on. They had
game.
Pikmin
It
3
came
on
out
the
on GameCube
Wii.
initially, and it had like a really unique thought. I'm not
Right,
gonna
right,
say it's for everyone,
right,
right? Just
right,
like I'm
right.
not gonna say Star Fox is for everyone.
Okay.
Just like Kurt,
Star
if
Fox dope though. Star Fox dope.
if Star Fox can get like chorus. I was just talking to someone about
Yo,
this. Like, could you
course,
imagine if you
yes.
had Star Fox like chorus?
Yo, I even bought the it was this one game. Look, I got the box. I don't even know what game it's to, but the game came with the Star Fox ship for Nintendo. So I just bought I bought the game, and I got that like actually over there like just because it had the Star Fox ship. But if they
No,
can
I
do
mean,
like chorus, bro.
yeah, I'm serious. I think they may do it because this is the thing. Nintendo. I was just telling someone about this, and this might be, it's always TK show. I'm gonna give you all a little bit of my opinion. I don't think Nintendo gets enough credit for keeping their franchises alive, like how they take risk with the
Facts,
franchises. I
facts.
think this is the biggest thing. The biggest issue I have with, biggest issue I have with Microsoft franchise. They do the same thing over and over. So by the time it's like you wore it out. But like I was trying to explain something. If you look at Zelda, very few Zeldas, unless it's like one right after the other. Like
Right, right,
they
right, right.
usually change the mechanic. They change something. They take risks.
Yeah. Yeah, I could I because
Mario,
I'm
they
not even
took
the biggest
risks.
Zelda fan, and I can see how they change it up because the only Zelda I played was Majora's Mask. But
That's a solid one.
like
That's top five.
all right.
Top.
But I seen Twilight Princess. I've seen hell, they even got a Zelda like Dynasty Warriors one. Like it's
Oh,
Hyrule
Hyrule
Warriors.
Warriors,
Yeah,
very good.
yeah. So like you were saying, yeah, they definitely keep their franchises alive.
Yeah, or like Mario, we can just Mario 1 on NES versus Mario 2 versus Mario
Right,
3. All of them are different. Then you go
right.
to Mario Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Mario 64. They all like and so I give Nintendo a lot of respect because they do. Sometimes it flops, you know.
Some-
And,
Hey, but it's a risk that they take, and they did it with Metroid too. You got the 2D Metroids,
no, Metroid. Yeah,
then
exactly.
you got
Metroid
the
did it well.
first person Metroids, and then they even did something different with Metroid Other M. And hell, they even got Metroid Pinball on the DS. They got, they
They
got
do a really good. They do a really, and so that's why I always give Nintendo. That you don't see too many game companies take that type of
right,
risk with some of their marquee titles and say like, okay, we're gonna try something different. Um, and like I said, I think that may have been why Star Fox. We haven't seen a Star Fox in a while,
right,
right? It's
right,
because
right.
they took them out of the ship, they put them into like that shooter thing, and since then it just not
Yeah,
it just
it
not
ain't
been
been
the
yeah,
same.
it ain't been the same. Nah,
But yeah, no. So I definitely when I think of I'm just excited about Pikmin because, like I said, it's a different type of game. I just mentioned all that just to say it's a
right.
different type of
I
game. It's
I got a question for you though. What made you? Because I know you was repping Cloud, like, but even
Stadia. I
when you
represent
what?
Stadia.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, all right, Stadia, right? But you still had your cloud knowledge. You still had your cloud knowledge. But you even when you was representing Stadia, you was still talking about Nintendo. What
Yeah.
made you a Nintendo fan? Like,
Oh, what this is? You know, you're gonna try to change it up.
I mean, hit you with something.
Oh my gosh! I think everybody knows. I've always been so. Even from Cowboy's channel, he asked me like, "What's your favorite platform?" Right?
Right.
And first and foremost, it's the chessboard. I always say that. But second, always have to say chessboard. But second, I think I always was Nintendo from just the beginning, and I think uh, Nintendo has, like I said, these games that make you want to come back.
Right.
And I think that's always been it. Now, I still get upset with Nintendo about certain things, but to my surprise, they actually have a lot of games on Nintendo that I did not think they had. Right, like people are surprised about Ori. I love Ori.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
one of the best
Or
Nintendo ports out there.
definitely.
Little Nightmares
Yeah. They
on
got
Nintendo.
Cuphead now too, I think. I think they got Cuphead now.
They got
I
no,
think
they had Cup. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
they had
yeah,
Cuphead for a second,
yeah.
and so they have that. So they have a lot of the games that I like. Um, and I can see what they do. And so I've always been a Nintendo fan. I think what happened was I just got busy. I
Right,
went
right,
into the
right, right,
army. I got
right.
in, and I had to go do
Start
stuff. And
using Stadia.
and the stadium brought me back to gaming. Stadium brought me to the community,
Oh god.
and it made it real easy. And nothing's been quite as easy as Stadia since. Like I will continue to say that, but
Purple, this is easy though. This is easy right here. This is
yeah, no, it's good.
yeah.
It's good. Nintendo's good. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Nintendo's good. It works. But like Stadia, like oh man, I don't want to. I'm gonna start crying.
Oh, all
I'm
right.
gonna
Look,
start
look.
crying. I'm
No,
gonna start crying.
we don't want the tears of purple.
I'm
No, we
about to
don't want the
start
no,
crying.
no. Look,
We
but
good. We
but
good. We
but
good.
but I, but I will say this. Look, I will always give shout outs to you and Cowboy. I feel like when it came to Stadia, y'all two put that junk on y'all back, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all two put that junk on y'all back, man. Like definitely, yo. And that was cool to see. That was cool to see because I think when people thought about Stadia, I wanted it was kind of like y'all two was the faces. Like at least for me, definitely, I was like, yo, Cowboy and Purple the faces of Stadia, yo. Like definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Yeah, no, we took it was a thing. It was a thing. But
it
it's
was a
all
thing.
right. It's all right. It brought me
Right,
back to
right.
gaming and stuff. And
Nintendo games,
I
Nintendo.
bought two. I got an X. Here's the thing. I got an Xbox on every single screen. I got it here. I got one
Right.
at my mom's house. I got one at my brother's house. And it's still not as easy as Stadium, but it's okay. It's
it's
okay.
it's
It's
okay. It's
okay.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no. But TK, you know, let people know, what you've been up to. You got out of jail. Like, let
Yeah.
people know kind of what that was, the whole thing about, what your
Dang.
future plans are for streaming, and how where people can find you and stuff.
Look, they've been messing with me, Purple. I got locked up by YouTube, and then when I got out of prison from there, Xbox locked me up, and Purple, I don't even know what I
Xbox
did.
suspended him. Right? What
Yo,
did Xbox do to you?
they Purple. Oh my God. I literally don't know what I did.
You
Normally,
don't even know what
I
he did.
I'm a competitive person, right? And I know normally when like even if I feel like it's not something I should get banned for or disciplined for, I'm like, oh, okay, I know somebody was soft, their feelings got hurt or whatever the case may be. I take it, whatever. Like this Purple, I don't know what I did. I really, I
I
ain't
saw
sent
the
no
video. I
message.
saw what it happened. I was like, you were trying to see if it was this person you
Yeah, like
thought. You tried.
they didn't send me a message or anything. Like I feel like Xbox trying to get me up off that platform. Sometimes I think they want to permanent ban me because if they permanent ban me, then I just lose everything. Like now, mind you, the good thing is I get most of my stuff physical anyway, and that's another thing with digital. If you get perma banned from any of these platforms, you lose everything. That's like you lose
That's
everything. You
real.
don't get
That's legit.
like you don't get nothing. And my boy Chloro, he actually went through that with Xbox. He got permabanned, and he honestly said, and he's one of those people who will own up to his stuff too. He said, "Bro, I don't know what I got banned for." Like, and he had received a notification. He said normally they shaking hands like this, and he said normally it's like either like green or yellow or whatever. He said this time it was red. And they said, bro, you permanent, like you perma banned, and he lost his gamer tag, he lost all of his digital games, he lost everything. And he was one of the people who only kind of bought digital games. He really didn't buy physical and stuff like that. But he said after that situation, he's buying everything physical now. So
Well, if I get suspended on YouTube, I'm going to blame it on TK. Yeah, no, Tom's well, like if I ever, you mean it may be 5 years from now,
right,
and
right,
I get
right.
suspended, and I'm gonna be like, it's because of TK, right?
That's because look, you might as well. You
It's
might as
because of
well.
TK.
You might as
He did
well.
this to me.
Look,
Oh no, but no, we are happy you are back, TK. As I said before, I think you're not only one of the most entertaining, uh, content creators out there. If y'all have not seen some of his shorts, the one you did with the recent one, what's the recent one I saw like about 2 months ago, where you wake up with a
oh, with the
PS5
flip,
in bed.
yo, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You wake up, yeah. If y'all not seen it, yeah, he wakes up with a PS5 next to him. It's about a good minute
Yo,
and a half.
yeah.
It's hilarious.
Had too
Um,
many drinks. Had the too
you
many
too many
drinks.
drinks,
Yeah.
Xbox in your quoting. That was hilarious. I thought that was really spot on. But definitely one of the, just spot on with, shorts. Then you
Right,
also come live and you talk about, you have your show with the Wolfpack, which
right,
Ash
right.
was, y'all know
Shout out
Banana
to
Killer who's
Ash.
in chat right now.
Yeah,
And Foxy's there a lot of times as well
yeah.
in chat as well. And so uh, that's on Mondays, but also games is on Twitch as well. And I will have all those links here in the description here shortly. But if you just look up TK9, you will find him.
It's gonna pop up. Yeah,
If you just
it's
look
gonna
up
pop up.
TK9, you will find him on YouTube uh, and stuff. And definitely, uh, like I said, one of the most entertaining, but also one of the smartest. Like
I
uh,
definitely appreciate that.
business, business sense on a lot of things. And to your credit, you keep it real. You stay consistent. There's
Got
some other people. He came in chat here briefly. He also wears a muscle shirt all the time.
boy Doc with them
Doc,
levels, with them
you
levels.
know, I now realize what the levels are. It's the flip flop.
It's
Doc,
the flip, yo,
he's
yes,
like one
Doc
second
my
to the
boy.
other.
Doc my boy. Look,
Doc.
I love Doc to death. That's my boy. And and see that's one of the things that like I love about like that circle, like this circle, right? I feel like we can all, we can joke around and stuff like that. But then, like I told Doc before, I said, Doc, bro, look, I love you, you my boy. Bro, you flip flop all
Nah,
the
the
time, bro.
worst
I was
Doc
like, yo,
comes in
you flip
the
flop.
same night, the same night. Like I got done watching one of his videos one time about
Yeah,
like Game Pass and X. So you know how he does. You know, yeah, he got that whole audience. I was like, all right, he's speaking up for it.
yeah,
Then like 5 minutes later, like he didn't even have the thumbnail up yet.
yeah.
Yo, we got a problem.
We
I was
got a
like,
problem,
God,
yo.
yo, like let me at least like finish typing something. You know, like
Hey,
hey,
yo, Doc be having them bipolar videos, yo.
he just died. I'm just like, okay, you know, but that's why I
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's
everybody in
Doc.
the
That's
community.
Doc for you. That's Doc
You
for you,
know, he comes in, you know, gets all mad with his little thingy there, and you
bro.
know,
Right.
try to get the ugly face on, like,
Yeah, like
let
he
me
really
talk to
bad. Like he really bad. Like yo, Doc the homie though. That's why I don't even consider Doc like an Xbox dude. I'm just like yo, Doc. You just you know you just do you, Doc. Like you know you just rep what you rep,
he
Doc.
just
'Cause
rep. You know, he's a Game
right
Pass
now he
dude.
been repping Nintendo. I seen Doc. He trying to come over on
He's
this
trying to
side.
hedge his bets. He's trying to hedge his bets.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. I told him, I said, Doc, we don't need you on this side right now, bro. We don't need you on this
oh man, everybody's good people. Doc came on. If y'all want to check it, I believe it's
Yeah,
Shades of Purple episode 16. Doc Dark. You know, great guy. Everybody's a great person. You know, so
yeah.
everybody who's in the chat,
ISO,
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 all of them.
yeah.
ISO came on the show. Everybody, you know, just really
Cowboy,
great.
cowboy.
Cowboy was here earlier. We
Boy,
had Chariot Man here earlier.
yeah.
Obi Rose was here earlier. All of y'all who,
My boy Cal. I see
yes,
Ronin Storm. Yeah, yeah.
Ronin Storm. If y'all have not checked out Ronin Storm's playthroughs, go check that out. He definitely puts in a nice little bite size to where you can just watch it
Definitely.
like an episode. Really great stuff on his stuff as well. But with that said, TK, you know, it's about that time. I told Foxy I was going to take you too long. I went a little longer than I wanted to. So, Foxy, thank you so much for allowing him to stay here.
She know I'm about to
Uh,
make it up to her. She know I'm about to make
oh, oh, geez, you know that is this is not purple after dark yet, y'all. But so, um, but you know, TK, where can they find you next?
Well, you know, y'all can find me on YouTube. You know, it's TK9, sorry K9OMG. On Twitch, it's sorry K9OMG. I'm telling you, if you just literally go to Google and put in sorry K9OMG, everything is gonna pop up. Like everything is gonna pop up. It's a unique name. So, you know, like, hey, you'll find everything by just going to Google and hit that sorry K9OMG. Well, I would tell you right now. If you sensitive, I try to tell everybody, look, if you sensitive or whatever, and if you got a relationship with these plastic boxes, don't want to. Nah, I'm not for you. I'm not for you. I'm not for
Oh my
you.
god, you know. Y'all, so yeah, that's when you have that name recognition on YouTube. Just put in TK9, it pops up. When you're Purple Haze, you got to put in Purple Haze Gamer Stadia
I,
on a Thursday. If you do it on a Wednesday, it probably won't pop up. But you do it on a Saturday, I might pop up on there. So you
Purple.
know,
It's funny you said that because Amanda, she was like, before we started, she was like, what's Purple Haze channel? And I was like, it's Purple Haze. She was like, yeah, but what's the channel? I said, look, babe, do you know how much Purple Haze stuff is out there? I said, did you forget about Dipset? I said, yo, type in Purple Haze Stadia, and
yeah,
then she'll pop up.
you put that Purple Haze Stadia. It's a weird combination that you gotta do. There's still some Jimi Hendrix shit that still may pop
Yeah,
up. Like I thought he was dead. He was playing Stadia too, I suppose.
look,
But I'm
look,
like the third one down.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, we might get that one there. So, you know, YouTube, I haven't paid my dues. I will eventually get there.
It's coming though. It's coming though. It's coming though. Definitely.
Oh man. But TK, this was super fun.
Oh,
Thank you
definitely.
so much for coming on. I know we've been trying to plan this for a second. So thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
me.
chat. And I'm sorry for this dog. But we gotta go for a walk here in a second. I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
get him a
yeah,
little
yeah.
tired.
You about to,
Um,
yeah, because he gonna go for the next piece of clothing, purple. He gonna go for
oh,
the next
you
piece of
know,
clothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the sock. He already took the sock. Man, them were some really nice socks too.
Right, right, right.
But anyway, with y'all, I will not be streaming this Sunday just because, and that's for you, because it's Easter. I didn't know that till I had an analyst today on my team say, "Hey, it's Easter
Oh,
this
I ain't
weekend." I
even
said,
know
"What?"
that. I ain't even know that. That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
didn't know that either. I was like, "Yo, you got to do this, you know, because I can't force them to work on
Right,
the
right, right,
weekend."
right, right,
So I
right.
said, "Like, hey, Joe Dora, just like go look at it." And then they were like, "You know, ma'am,
Yeah.
it's Easter." I
Yeah,
felt like
I'm
screwed.
glad.
I was like, well, do it
Damn.
on Saturday. So,
Yeah.
but it's Easter this Sunday, y'all. If y'all
Yeah.
celebrate
I'm
the
glad you
religion,
just reminded me.
yeah, it's one of those. So we will not be streaming on Saturday. Um, I will probably be gaming if anybody wants to game. But with that
Alright.
said, TK, any last words before I close it down?
Nah, man. Look, hey, look. Like I said, shout out to you, Purple, for having me. And yeah, man. TK9 on everything. Y'all know
Er,
what it is. Yeah.
there we go. And then for everybody else, it's that time where I say, I don't care where you game, how you game, why you game, when you game, how long you've been gaming, what you game on. As long as you gaming, you're good with me. And as always, this is Purple Haze, and the proof is in the plan. All
Let's
right.
go.
Thank you all. See?